welcome back to Cooking with April. So today I am going to make my homemade Kraut burgers. I don't know if that's actually what they're called or not, but that's what we called them when I lived in Colorado, so that's what I'm going to continue to call them. So I've got 2 onions that I'm going to dice up. I have a little bit of, I froze some of these with the, what do you call that thing? The machine that sucks the air out of it. Yeah, food saver. There you go. But I have some 93 7 ground beef. It was on sale for $3.99 a pound. So I'm going to use this little bit. I'm only using a little bit. 1, because I'm not going to make it a lot. And 2, I'm going to put this cabbage in there and 2 onions. So it's going to be right much. So I am going to chop up the onions and put them in this bowl. And I'm going to chop up the cabbage and put it in the bowl. And then show you how I roll out the dough and all that stuff. It's a bit of a process, but my land, they are some delicious Kraut burgers. So I'll get back with you. Oh, you see, I haven't got my thing. Friday will be 3 weeks since my surgery. So, and I get to go back to work, so I'm tickled to death for that. Really chop up my onions in a small. Some people prefer their onions to be thicker. It's whatever your preference is. See, not too terrible. I like onions, so now I'm going to work on this head of cabbage. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do with it. You know, I wish it was like a head of lettuce and you just smash it like that, and the next thing you know, this thing would pop out. It's not that simple. How much do I want to use? I think I want to use all of it. But I could make some coleslaw. Good thing for my Dunlap, it protects a lot as it lays on my countertop. I gotta be able to cut it first. Now I'm gonna use it all. See, I don't like the bitter stuff. That's what my grandma always told me. The stuff in the middle isn't good. It's bitter. So I'm going to save it for the bunny rabbit that's in our yard. They'll love it. Alright. So I'm just going to take the cabbage and I'm just going to chop it pretty small. Don't want it too big. And just like so. Oh, gosh. Child of mercy. Leave it to Beaver to make a mess. Alright. So it's going to kind of look like this. Let me get a scraper. What did I do with the John Brown thing? Put it in here. So, what I'm going to do is while I'm getting my cabbage chopped up, I'm going to get a pot. And this one looks good. And I'm going to start browning my ground beef. I'm going to put it in the pot, cook it on the stove top. Alright, so I'm just going to chop up this cabbage. Once my ground beef gets brown, I'm going to season it with salt, pepper. I found it. It's right here. Put it in here. So, what I'm going to do is while I'm getting my cabbage chopped up, I'm going to get a pot. And This one looks good. And I'm going to start browning my ground beef. Put it in the pot, cook it on the stove. I'm going to just let it continue to brown. And I have my cabbage and onions completely chopped up. And I'm also going to do some roasted green beans to go along with it. And some of these fancy schmancy carrots. So I'm going to go ahead and get that prepped and seasoned. Okay, so I have my hamburger browning in the pot. I love this little doodad. I like my meat to be kind of small. So, I'm not too totally sure how I'm going to season these, but I'm thinking olive oil and beer can chicken. And I think with my carrots, I was supposed to pick up some cardamom, but I forgot. So instead of that, I may just do a little bit of olive oil and brown sugar. Do like glazed roasted carrots. So, we'll see how that turns out. So I'm going to clean up this mess and take it from there. I got to roll out my dough as well. So that's going to be fun. Okay. I know it doesn't look like a lot, but by the time you add the cabbage and the onions, it'll be right much. That's if I can get the bag open. They sure don't give you enough. Look at that. I don't want any leftovers. None. Oh, wow. Check it out. Green bean and the salt. Well, that one's seasoned. Alright, so I've got my whole green beans. I've got my pan lined with tin foil. And I'm going to season them. That's if I can get the bag open. They sure don't give you enough. Look at that. I don't want any leftovers. None. Oh, wow. Check it out. Green bean and the salt. Well, that one's seasoned. Should have had the lid on it, shouldn't I? What do you think? Enough for 4 people? And the child probably won't eat any of them. Oh, we're going to have leftovers. We'll see. Alright, so drizzle with some olive oil. You know what? I'm going to do beer can chicken. I was going to do salt and pepper. I know, I said beer can chicken. Then I was like, oh, salt and pepper. Then I'm back to beer can chicken. And I made another video. And I cooked. I don't remember what it was I cooked. Anyway, it doesn't matter. But I said this was McCormick in the descriptions. It's Weber. Go figure. And I was supposed to do the carrots first because they're going to take longer to cook. Oh. Let's see. We want some pepper, don't we? I know, that's probably got a pepper in it, but look at there. I'm a clean as I go doer person. Then I'm going to work on these carrots. So, be right with me. Give it just a little sprinkle of salt. just enhance that sugar as we stick it in there. Let me go get the brown sugar. Oh, do y'all stick a little piece of bread in your brown sugar too? Okay, now I'm going to do these carrots. How many is there? 1, 2, 3, 5, 7, 9, 11, 13, 14. Okay. So, I'm going to drizzle some olive oil. Ooh, that was a lot. Child of mercy. Give it just a little sprinkle of salt. Just enhance that sugar as we stick it in there. Let me go get Okay. Now, let's just see what happens here with this butter. I bet it's not going to work. I'm going to have to put my hands in there on it. Oh, child of mercy. Oh, and I don't have a pan line. And you're sitting to the side. All you see is my body. I'm sorry that you have to look at that. Okay. Can you see me over here? Am I over here? Can you see me? Let me see if you can see me. Ah, you can see me. Let's go over here. I'm just going to stir. That's all I'm going to do. Okay, so I got my pan lined with tinfoil, and I'm going to lay my carrot. You know what I like about these? This little green thing. But don't that look yummy? I bet some of you are like, oh, that's disgusting. I bet my taste buds will enjoy it. Yours might too if you give it a try. You never know. Don't knock it till you try it. Alright, so I got all these up. I'm going to wash my hands and line another pan with tinfoil and put those on there. 350 sounds good. So I'm going to roast these on 350 for probably 30 minutes, and then I'll put the green beans in there because I think it'll take about 45 minutes for these to cook. I don't know. I've never cooked them. So we're going to... I mean, it won't hurt if they touch. Oh, 1 is the loneliest number that you'll ever see. How's that look? And now it's got to cool. So I'm just going to let it sit here and cool. Can you guys see anything? I can't. All I can see is steam heat. Woo, the lens is all steamed and hello. Up close and personal. Let me clean you off here. There we go. Woo. Maybe I can edit that out. Alright. Alright, let me bring you over here so you can see. I don't think you want to see that. This is what you want to see. So let's, ooh. Oh my, I have a mess. Okay. So, it's pretty done. Well, it is done. I'm just going to turn it off. And now it's got to cool. So I'm just going to let it sit here and cool. Can you guys see anything? I can't. All I can see is steam heat. Woo, the lens is all steamed and hello. Up close and personal. Let me clean you off here. There we go. Woo. Maybe I can edit that out. Alright, so now for the fun part. Let me get this out of here. Ooh, immediately it shrunk down. That's good. Just gonna Scrape it away from the sides. We are going to make a mess. You guys ready? At least you don't have to clean it up. You can sit there in the enjoyment of watching me make a mess. Okay. Make sure my countertop is dry. Now I gotta go get the flour. I'm gonna knead it just a little bit, just so I get that flour all around it. Can you check to make sure it's recording what I'm doing? I'll delete it out. Here we go. Put some flour on my counter. Put a blob right here. Can you guys see that blob? Alright. Now, take my dough out. This looks like, oh, you should watch my monkey bread recipe. This looks just like that monkey bread when I was pulling out the package. Child of mercy, that was a mess. But it was very good. We didn't eat it all. The birds did get some. All right, put this in my sink. Need some more flour. I'm going to knead it just a little bit, just so I get that flour all around it. Small pieces, maybe about like that. But then I just take and I roll it. I like it thin. If you want it thick, you can do it thicker. Normally, if I buy the dough from the grocery store, I'll buy 3 packages. Sometimes it's enough, sometimes it's not, but it's okay. You do not have to put all the mixture in there because the mixture is good. So this is what it's going to look like. This is the size that you're looking for. Maybe like a, what do you think, 6-inch tortilla? You cannot use a tortilla to make these. You have to roll it by hand. But yeah, something like this. And like I said, I like it super thin. So I'm going to get these all rolled out. And once I do that, the filling will be cooling. And I will show you how I put it all together. Here is a plenty. So, you know me. Got my pans. Line with 10. Okay. Well, that makes it a little bit better. You can see a little bit better. But anyway, I'm going to use half a cup, a measuring cup. I normally just use this spoon, but you'll get the gist of it if you decide to do this on your own. But I just take and put it in my hand, and then I'm just going to use this spoon. It's still a little warm, but I just put it, oh, I just made a mess. Yeah. And as long as that bottom is covered, you're good. And then I just put it on the top like that. What I can be, I guess, the hard part is if this is too thin and this mixture is too hot, then it'll create an open pocket. But it's okay because sometimes it'll open anyway when you cook it. The steam will come out. But see, there you go. So I'm just going to do as many as I can, mixture-wise. I have big hands, but you can see I just put a clump in there, and I just go like so. See? And what's good about, to me, having them in different sizes is you got some big, you got some small, but sometimes you could eat 2 of these. So if you get a big one and then a small one, it's like perfect. It's just perfect. And they're really good reheated the next day. You can heat them up in the microwave. They're still, see, that popped open. But you can reheat them in the microwave. There's a hole there. See where it's a little thin there? But it's okay. Alright, so I'm going to continue to do these. I have the green beans in the oven. The carrots are almost done. And we'll see what happens when it all comes together. See, this is what I'm talking about. See how that one's popped open? But it's alright. It'll still crisp up. Okay, I'm going to do these and get back with you. I can turn it off.